I can't tell you how many times I've seen many people buy course after course after course, yet still continue to stay in the same spot with their online business. Why is that? What's going on, guys? Blake Fontana here, CEO at Unleash CEOs. And in this video here today, I want to talk about implementation over information and why some people continue to buy course after course and consume free content after free content, staying in the same spot with their online business, while others are able to see growth much more efficiently and quickly. So last week, I had a kickoff call with one of our new clients inside our coaching program. We were taking the first half of the call to really dive into kind of his story, the steps that he took to get to where he is today, and ultimately where he is currently right now. What he mentioned to me early on in that call was the fact that he purchased over 10 different courses, some of which that he didn't even open up or log into, but he purchased them because he wanted to learn more. Some of the courses he watched from top to bottom right away and over again. Other courses he didn't even dive into or crack the seal on yet because he had other ones to get to. And this just goes to show how information is a commodity. Information is a dime a dozen. What separates information from results is the action between it. So for this client here, as he was talking with me about how he purchased all these courses and how he really didn't see any results come to life from them yet. Some of you here may be experiencing the same thing. Maybe you too have purchased multiple courses and have still not seen results come from it yet. I know I experienced that early on as well. I was watching YouTube video after YouTube video, purchasing course after course, and still seeing nothing from it. And what happened as a result of it was I ended up with a bunch of cool things to say and a bunch of knowledge that I didn't once have, which was great. But unfortunately, I had nothing to show for it. And the reason this was because I was prioritizing information over action. I felt that as though if I was watching these videos and consuming more and more of them, that I was getting better in my business as a result of it. But the reality was that was far from the truth. For me, the results didn't start to change until I started to change my approach within this. I started to look at new courses that I purchased. And instead, what I focused on was rather than consuming that new course content from top to bottom, I consumed one video, I took notes on it, I absorbed what I learned, and I went and took action on it immediately. I wasted no time to take action on it. And I didn't go to the next video until I took action on what I learned in that first video straight away. Because I knew that if I continued to do what I was doing before, watching video after video from top to bottom, and not actually implementing what I learned itself, it would all kind of become a blur in the end. And although I would have some takeaways and some new knowledge like we just talked on, I wouldn't actually be able to understand how to make it my own and take that framework and pull it into my business successfully itself to actually get results from it. And this just goes to show exactly what we're talking on here in this topic today. You can continue to purchase course after course. You can continue to watch YouTube video after YouTube video or scroll through Facebook and watch content there over and over and over again. And it will feel good. You will have new knowledge from it. You will get new perspective. But the best and most efficient growth comes through the action that you take on that knowledge that you learned itself. So I want to pop up a really great example of what I'm talking about here on screen with this comment from someone that watched a YouTube video of mine actually this week on a new video that I published. They watched this video that was free, that cost them no money to consume. They went out of their way to take the time to watch the video and learn. But rather than just watching the video and dropping a comment below and saying, man, this was awesome, great video, Blake, I got a ton of ahas or a ton of value out of it. Instead, they watched the video, they wasted no time in taking notes on what they learned and applying what they learned, going out and actually taking action. And as a result of it, they revived 2 opportunities that they thought were completely gone before in their pipeline. They were about to write off. And they came back afterwards and shared a comment to let me know, man, this was super powerful. I just went out and implemented this and saw this come from it. That is the power of action. That's the power of taking action on what we consume rather than just continuing to focus on information and more information itself. We have to be willing to weave in action in between. Otherwise, that information that we're consuming along the way really isn't doing our business and our future justice. And to take things a step further, as you start to take more and more action on what you're learning, the most efficient way to propel that action into really strong skills, growth, and consistent outcomes is through implementation support. Because the point is, just like in this example that we showed, that person may have implemented what they learned in that video and they saw some wins from it, but they're going to need to continue to course correct their process along the way. It's not going to magically be in place overnight. And this is where implementation support, hands-on coaching, and support in general along the way in what you're implementing and learning is critical. Because you're going to have questions along the way. You're going to hit roadblocks along the way. And you're going to need to course correct along the way itself to continue to make that skill actually come to life and make that skill your own. And the best, most efficient way to do this and do it correctly is by actually getting support from someone that's been there, done that, and can guide you along the way as you face those hurdles, as you face those blocks, and as you need to course correct itself. So consider this next time you go out and watch that next course video or that next free video here on this YouTube channel or any YouTube channel that you follow itself. Rather than just watching the video, feeling good after watching it and getting some ahas and dropping a comment, go out and implement what you just consumed. So next time you plan to take some time out of your day to develop your knowledge and develop your skills and do some learning, watching a YouTube video, watching that course that you just bought, or watching videos on this channel here, rather than going and watching all the videos at once and getting super excited to consume all the information and gather all this new knowledge, watch one video, reflect on it, assess it, and waste zero time in implementing what you just learned and take action on that ASAP. Promise you some awesome things will come from it, and I look forward to seeing you guys come back here in the comments after you do just that and focus on action above anything else, letting me know how you feel afterwards. So with all that said, for those of you watching here through the end that have not yet subscribed to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button before you go so you're not missing out on any future videos that I drop to support you in aligning your focus and ultimately scaling your online business. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next video. Peace.